Okay, welcome everybody. This is a model railroad attic back down here in the basement of my home where I am going to start reconstructing a layout. I have talked the wife into allowing me to use both rooms. This is if I come down the stairs right here, I come down into the layout. A little left seat, but you can't really get this picture. I don't know if I'm zoomed all the way out or not. Yeah, I'm zoomed all the way out. This is the one room, the main room of the basement. As you can see, it's kind of unfinished. I've been doing some painting, but all the walls are going blue except for the bottom half you can't see below the table. They're going to be doing them white. I'm painting everything blue. As you can see, I got some construction going on. I'll get to that a little later with the drill and all that's for. But this is where my train layout is going to be built. It's going to consist of this room, which is approximately 13 foot wide by 13 foot deep back to this studded wall right here. There's a closet right here, and this is where this room actually begins. And it's actually going to go into that room also, which is my original layout room. I talked the wife into letting me have basically this 2 of the 4 rooms in the basement, basically 2.5, because in there is my workstation. I'll just start here. This is my workstation. This is my wife's office. She is a teacher, and her teacher desk, all her stuff she uses to teach us for teacher stuff, whatever it is all over here. And she has let me invade this side of the room, and this is kind of like my workbench for turn my light on here so you can see a little better, for where I work on my trains. Got everything you need. I got the classic steam engine telephone. I don't have a landline phone, but I just saw this at a yard sale for $1, and I thought that looked cool, so I bought it. It does work. I plugged it in at a friend's house. When it rings, it actually does the chuggy, the sounds like a steam engine when it rings. It's pretty neat. But yeah, that's where I do all my work. Got all my stuff in here, and haven't done a whole lot over the summer other than be confused, because I was modeling HO originally. If you've watched my former layout videos, I was modeling HO. Well, in the last 6 months, I got ventured into O scale. Really liked the size of O scale, and then I kind of ventured down to N scale because I really kind of like the size of the amount of stuff you can put in this kind of space in N scale. But talking, thinking, looking, I actually had a friend of mine tell me, you need to do the scale where your heart is the most. And when it come back down to it, my heart is mostly in with HO. And the reason why is the HO, I love modeling. I love building things. I can take the Walters Cornerstone kits, build them, custom paint them, custom decal them, and make them look like my own. O scale was where I was going to go full bore at, but when I really got into the O scale, realizing that most of their buildings come pre-assembled, pre-made, pre-decaled. I don't want to have a building that everybody else doing O scale has the same building. I want to be able to make it my own. I know you can tape it off and repaint it and stuff, but no. I would rather build it from scratch. Maybe not put this section on and add kit bash this, kit bash that. Really can't do that. No. I love the size of O. O is going to go on hold. I am building the garage still. Maybe not next summer, but summer after. That's where the O is going to go in the second floor of the garage. So in the meantime, for the next year or so, I've got all the time in the world to work on my HO. I know I'm pointing at the camera at a wall. Sorry about that. But in the meantime here, I'm going to focus on HO pretty hardcore, which is kind of bad because over the summer I've actually sold off quite a bit of my HO stuff thinking I was going to go full O. My DCC system's gone. A lot of my HO rolling stock is gone. A lot of my HO engines are gone. And I actually purchased some 8N scale just to try it out. Realized it's cool. You can do a lot with it. The detail and qualities came a long way. In the last 3 or 4 years, Kato is just kind of like setting the bar in N scale, I've noticed. But it's just small. And it doesn't really look, to me, prototypical, that small. HO is definitely where my heart is, and it's where it's going to be. So with that said, I am going full bore HO. I went to the train show today in Dayton, Ohio at the Hare Arena and was utterly impressed. I was being really disciplined because I didn't know what scale to go, but there it made me decide. So HO. So my O scale, which is currently, as you can see, set up in this room. Let me duck under here. It's currently set in this room. I'm not going to sell off what's sitting on the train. That is all MTH Premier, with the exception of a couple of cars. I've got an Atlas Master and I got a Lionel Standard O. but it's all scale O. None of it is Rail King or O27. It's all scale O. This is something I just purchased about 3 weeks ago. It is an MTH SD70 ACE Premier beast. I mean, it is a beast. Awesome engine. The sound, the smoke unit is just awesome engine. The size of it, yeah. Well, I got it for a real good deal. I bought it off eBay. MSRP on this thing is $429. I got it for $315. I mean, pretty much bought a Premier engine for the price of a Rail King. I couldn't pass it up. Second car I got in line is a Lionel Standard O, Norfolk Southern Heritage tanker car, Conrail. Got that up at Trains Express up in Indianapolis, Indiana. This is a hopper car chassis system. Bought that at Beaches up in Richmond, Indiana. Got that off eBay. That's an Atlas O, obviously. Hopper car. Got that off eBay. Bought this reefer car in Richmond at Beaches. Got that off eBay. That came from Beaches. That came from Beaches. And that I just got in the mail the other day by mistake from MTH. I ordered the TCA York show car, the one that's got the cover to the newest catalog on it, and they sent me this one by mistake. Well, I called them up. They said they would send the right car out, that I could return this one. I said I really kind of wanted this one because it's the, I don't know if you can zoom it up there in the top corner. Yeah, this camera's not going to focus on it. It's the 2011 Railroad Club car for O-Gauge Premier. So they told me if I wanted to keep it without return shipping, they'd sell it to me at a discount price. They came back with the price. They sold it to me for $20. I couldn't pass up Premier car for $20. Well, after I took it out of the box, got on the thing, one of the couplers would not stay clasped on it. So I took it up, actually took it apart. It's over here. Tried to get this coupler off this thing, and still have yet to figure out how to get the coupler out of it. I got the wheels, the trucks, the springs, all that off of it, but I have not figured out how to get the coupler off. So to save aggravation, the modern don't really run cabooses. So when I was up at Beaches, I purchased me one of these. It's an end of train device. Took the car apart, took the back trucks off, put the new ones on, and pretty much this is what it just sits there and blinks. So pretty neat. End of train. So did that. Yes, I just started up my engine. But that's my O-Gauge. I've talked my wife into allowing me to put this up in the attic for right now to be able to run it up there because I'm not going to get rid of it. This stuff right here I will probably sell. This is all my Rail King stuff. It's basically O27. I got a caboose, Union Pacific, tanker car, Union Pacific. This is the 2006 MTH Club car. I got a UP box car, the Charter Club. I'll probably hold on to that. That's my first MTH engine. It's actually 1/48 scale, even though it's a Rail King. But I'll probably hold on to that. But this stuff here, I will probably sell. I'll decide more on that in the next week or so. It's running Atlas O track. I've tried the fast track, the real track, and I like the look of this the best. So, but this is going to come down and go up to the attic. So now we get on to the N scale that I tried over the summer, and it was just a little small. I already sold off the engines, but I am going to sell this track. This is a Variation 6-pack right here. 13 3/4 inch radius curves, some 9 3/4 inch straight tracks, some short tracks, all in piece. The only thing that really isn't intact is I had to cut this off to hook it up to my throttle. So you just got the bare wires there in the end. That's really the only thing that got damaged in it. It's got the railroad crossing stuff in there and the railroads. And then I've got 4 packs of the 9.5 inch straights that I'm going to sell this all in one big lot. Probably going to put it up on eBay this evening or tomorrow evening. I got the instruction manual. I probably won't ship it in this box unless somebody wants to pay the shipping, because that's going to be a fairly big box. Probably going to start the bidding out on it at $25. And as you can see, I don't know that just the Variation 6-pack runs probably around $30 to $35 new. And this was only set up for about 2 weeks around this table, just a big oval around this table, and I ran a train on it maybe 20 or 25 times. And so it's pretty much as new can get, but it's still used. So I figure I'll start it all out probably $25 and let it go with that. Now for the cars I've got left to sell, it's an Atlas Trainman. This is a chassis system ACF covered hopper. It's an Atlas. I'll probably start the bidding out on that at probably around $5 or $7 and see where it goes. And I've got a Tropicana mechanical reefer that's Atlas, train man. I'll put that up for, I'm not real sure. And I got a Bachman Silver Series Tropicana reefer, kind of like Tropicana if you haven't noticed. So I'm going to put that up. And then I've got a BLMA 64-foot Trinity reefer. I don't know if you can get the number off that, but it's number 111000. So I guess it's the first numbered car. Very nice car. Kind of wobbles though when it goes down the track. I don't know if there's maybe not enough weight in it or whatever, but it kind of wobbles from side to side. But that's the N-scale stuff I'm going to be listing up on eBay. And now I've got some HO stuff I'm going to throw up there. I'm not going to use code 100. I'm going to use code 83. Everything will be flex track and turnouts. I've got some of this stuff I just happened to come across. These are these four here in the front are manual turnouts for code 100 snap track, and then the back two here are electric ones. So I'm just going to put these in a lot, probably start them out at 99 cents, 7-day auction, and see how they go there. I've got some code 83 straight sections here, different variations. I think these are the 9-inch sections. I've got some 6-inch and then some various shorts. As you can see, some of the ties are messed up from where I had it nailed down. I didn't glue none of this. It was all nailed. So for anybody getting this, I'm including back here, these are just replacement ties off flex track that I pulled up. So that way if you had any damaged ties, you can pop them out and replace them with the new ones. I'll probably start this out at 99 cents and just whatever it goes for. This is the box that they'll be put in. I'll just put them in here and, you know, tape it off and ship it out to whoever wins it. And then in here I've got some curb track here. This right here is 24-inch radius, and these here are all 18-inch full curves, some half curves, and some quarter turns. And then as you can see, there's some of them. Let me find some like there. Got some ties that aren't quite up to snuff on there, so I'm also including some extra ties. That way, if somebody wants to use this on a layout, they can use the extra ties, or you know, if they pop these end ties off because these don't look too prototypical. That's what mostly I did there. Pop the end ties off and solder a piece together and just put ties underneath of it. So that way, it kind of looked a little more prototypical. But that's pretty much the bulk of what I'm going to sell on the HO, since I'm staying with it. And it's all snap track. I'm not selling any of the flex or anything, the turnouts. So it'll just be the snap track, and I'll probably put that on at eBay's a lot. Start it out at 99 cents and see how she goes. But that's pretty much the bulk of what I'm selling, and not much more. So now to the layout. As you can see, this is my original layout room. My little, it looks like a big pile of turd with fungus growing on it. That's my first attempt at a mountain. I don't think it turned out very good. But that's coming down. All this wood, tabletop wood, is coming off. I've got too many like areas right here where it's kind of humped up right here. It's kind of unlevel right there. So I'm going to take all this top wood off, and I'm going to replace it with 2-inch foam, either 2-inch or 1.5-inch foam. That way it's all level. And I think I've seen a lot of people use the foam, and I think it works real good, looks real good. So I'm going to use the foam here. So I'm going to take all this off and cover it all with foam. Okay, and then this duck under bridge is going to come out. So, cause it's actually going to come out, and I'm going to adapt it to this out here. I'm actually going to add on out here, from here out to about here, and then up to there. I'm going to add on to that, and then from about right here on the wall back over to the layout table right here. So it'll be like a big L out here, and to connect the two, you see I got a hole made up there, and I've started to drill. And I'm going to get a hole through the wall here, and I'm going to tunnel through. I'm going to make a big mountain here with tunnel ports, and then a mountain on the other side to come out, so it'll join the two rooms together. So what I'm going to do is basically have a double main line that's going to come all the way through here, out, around back there, around here, and then back through here, and it's going to zigzag. It's going to come out to about here, which will be out past the table about another 2 feet. And then I'm going to have a duck under bridge that's going to come through here, and then back into here. And it's going to join on the layout. It's going to join back into the layout in here. And then when I'm in here, of course, it's going to come through, and then it's going to curve up, and then back around here and follow the wall around the back side of the layout to here, and it's going to come to here, and it's going to come out curve up, follow here till it gets to about here. Let me get this bag out of the way. It gets to about right here, and it's going to curve back through, and then curve back through the wall into the tunnel and join back on out there. And that'll be a double main line. I'm going to get the curves to set about 34 inch. Probably all the inner ones will be 34. All the outer ones will be 36 and 3/4 inch. That way I'll have decent curves. All the trains will look good, and I'll be able to run anything and everything I want to run. As for industries, I've kind of decided back in this corner here, it's going to be my engine facility. It's going to be big. It's going to go from probably here all the way back into there. All going to be my engine facility. I'm going to be running UP and BNSF, and I'm going to have a regional railroad of Indiana. That's all it's going to run. But with the BNSF, I'm going to run Burlington Northern, Santa Fe, and BNSF. With the UP, I'm going to run UP and the Heritage engines. So, and then Indiana Railroad, I'm going to run the Indiana Railroads. But this is going to be where my engine facility is. Now, from this all the way back into here, I'm going to have auto racks. I like auto racks. I'm going to have a big auto rack yard. Actually, with the double main is going to be back here. I'm going to have an entrance come in, roadway coming in. The semi-trucks will be bringing the cars in. You'll be loading the auto racks all through here and stuff. And I'm just going to have a big auto rack yard. So, be pretty cool. Now, this area right here, I'm going to have a town scene through here, back around, because I want some villages, or a town scene. I want some roads, cars, and stuff. It'll be all through here. Maybe have a little river or something come through, have some bridges go over the double main, go over the bridges and stuff, and through there. Now, where it curves out, and the main runs out here, and then curves back in, this open area back in here, I'm actually going to buy the Walthers kit. I think it's a Heritage Furniture Company or something. It's like a 4-story building, and the one side at the bottom, it's got a place for box cars to back in, to load in. Well, I'm going to buy that and build that, and instead of making it as furniture, I'm going to have it as a candy factory. That's going to load box cars, will come in and load up and stuff. Now, it'll be a candy factory, and that's going to go right in here. Now, the main line comes off and curves back this way and heads through the wall. This whole area over here is going to be open, and I'm thinking maybe a salvage yard, scrap yard, something in there. A friend of mine suggested maybe a lumber yard. So that's kind of up in the air. It's either going to be a scrap yard or a lumber yard. Walthers makes a cool lumber yard kit, so that's what's going to go right here. Okay. Now we come out into this room, and of course the train will come out the hole right here. And over in here, I'm going to have, when I get the tables built, obviously I got to drill the hole first. I'm going to have a grain silo, grain facility, the Walthers Cornerstone grain one with the extra silos. And I'm going to have an area here to service grain cars. So it comes around, the main will come back here, and over here on this back side, I'm going to have my passenger car train. It'll be a 2-track terminal. One will be Amtrak, and the other one, since I'm running Santa Fe, BNSF, will probably be a Super Chief. I like the Super Chief. The red and silver war bonnet, yeah, can't miss with that. But it's going to come around, shoot back through here, and come across this bridge. I might put a little something in here for my reefer cars, maybe some kind of packaging plant or something. Not real sure, but the most of this in here is going to be all city, town stuff. That's what I liked about the modeling, so that's probably what that'll be. So that's basically a quick, fast of the HO. I may do another update video later to show more in detail when I get the hole drilled and some bench work start going up. But I'm going to leave the tabletop on this because this is pretty level. Took my time doing this one, didn't hurry. So I'll just put the foam board over top of it, and I'll have to use the foam risers over here coming through the toe because I'm going to have maybe a 1/2 inch difference, maybe a 3/4 inch difference. So I have to use the Woodland Scenic foam risers to level it out going through the tunnel, which you really won't notice because it'll be in a tunnel. So, but now to my engine stock. I went to the train show in Dayton, Ohio today. Was real proud of myself. I bought one thing. Yes, I went to a train show and bought one thing. And this is what I bought. It is a GP38 Atlas Master. It was brand new. Here's the box it came in. Brand new. And it is it does have the DCC already on it. It's the dual mode DCC. Very quiet running engine. Atlas, they make excellent engines. I bought that train show today. I paid $70 for it. I didn't think that was bad, brand new. I don't know. I thought it was real good. I love that paint scheme. Fits in with my BNSF. The other engine I have is this Bachmann DDA40X. This is the one in prior layout videos where I've replaced the stock decoder and put the TCS decoder in it. Runs great. Those are my two engines. The unfortunate thing is, as you see, I'm building a small oval Code 100 on the track just to run with. I have nothing to run them with but a 9-volt battery. Pretty pathetic, if you ask me. I sold my DCC system. I sold all my DC controllers. So luckily, a friend of mine's he's loaning me his Digitrack Zephyr Extra until I get a DCC system. Probably going to go with NCE this time because I was talking to guys at the train show and they really highly recommended the NCE. So I'm probably going to go with that. I had a Digitrack Super Chief. It was nice. It was neat, but I really like the way the NCE power cab looks. I like how expandable it is, and that's probably what I'm going to go with this time. So that's my 2 engines. Of course, they fit UP and Burlington Northern, my 2 railroads. I'm actually a high bidder on an Indiana Railroad engine right now on eBay, so I'm hoping I win that because those are super, super hard to find. And I guess I get to show you the bulk of my rolling stock right now, which is right here. 1 MTH, 1 Atlas, 2 Athearn, and 3 Bachmann. Yeah, we're off to a start. Okay, well, the greatest thing about starting over in HO, I learned from my mistakes. I know how not to do track work the wrong way. I know how to do it the proper way. I'm a lot better at soldering than I was back then, so I have a feeling it's going to be a little easier on me this time. I'm taking my time on it this time instead of rushing it and having all kinds of electrical problems, and the engines don't want to run right. Everything's uncoupling and not wanting to work right. So this time we're going to take our time, do it right. I'm going to set this oval up here real quick so I can just run a train. Like I say, my buddy's going to let me borrow his Zephyr Extra because both these engines have DCC in them already, so I'll be able to run it, a few cars, while I work on tearing this room apart and putting the styrofoam thing up. Then I can drill that hole and get this built up, and then when I get it done, start marking out where my road bed's going to go, start laying my road bed down, and start going from there. Take my time, start buying some buildings and building up some buildings and stuff, and that's what I can't wait for, is getting the buildings to going. Get all this bench work out of the way and start building me a railroad. So this is where I'm going to end this one at. I know it's kind of long. It's been, I think, 3 or 4 months since I've had one. A couple guys on Train Life have been itching for me to get a new one put up. So here it is. I hope you guys are happy with it. I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things now that the weather's cooled off outside on where I'm at. Progress of the new bench work getting up. I'm going to probably take pictures, keep pictures posted on Train Life of everything, and keep you all informed. That way, obviously, you guys are interested in seeing how it's coming along. That's pretty cool. Never really thought I'd have so much interest in it, but hey, this is a hobby for everybody, and everybody likes to keep it up to date. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm going to be. If anybody's interested in any of this stuff, like I said, I'm going to throw it up on eBay either today's Saturday, November the 4th, I think 4th, maybe 5th, or it'll be, or I think today's the 5th. And it's pretty bad. I work too much. Or I'm going to put it up tomorrow on Sunday. But either or, it's going to be up either tonight or tomorrow night. If anybody's interested in it, I'll put a link to one of the auctions in the description after I get them posted, and you can go to it and check on it. I'll end up putting some links up on Train Life to the auctions if anybody's interested in any of this tracker, the N-scale stuff. But until then, till the next time, I'm going to sign off, and y'all have a good evening. Goodbye. Good night.